Hi, this is Jay Sykes. Here's a quick video bringing you some helpful tips. Now, I've learned that many of you are very concerned with resale value in watches. So I am here to help you out. Here we go. Number one, avoid brands and models that are readily heavily discounted. If you go online and you see a certain watch which is 30%, 40% off all over the place, that's a bad sign. They have to discount that model to move it. It's really not going to have good resale value. Now, you may watch a video on YouTube where someone is promoting a watch and says, oh, use a discount code for 10 or 20% off on this watch. Well, anyone can get that code. Don't think you're special. Don't think the watch is special. That watch is easily discounted and readily discounted, and thus is going to have poor resale value. Moving on. Number two, get the maximum discount up front. Get more than the next guy. What does that mean? So, like I said, if every person can get 40% off on a particular watch, you want to be the person who can get 50 or 60% off. Now, if we're talking about maximum discount online, sometimes there may be a promotion whereby it's free shipping, there may be an additional discount or some kind of rebate. I've bought a watch that way on a gray market website, and if you watch the same watch over time, let's say it's usually 20% off. They may have a promotion whereby, oh, now it's 35% off with free shipping. That's the time to buy. Additionally, when I say get more discount than the next guy, once again, to maximize resale value, you need to have your discount be more than anyone else's. If you're buying in store, walk in with cash in hand and negotiate very aggressively. It's okay to walk out, not a problem. Don't feel intimidated. Shop around, go to various stores, and at the minimum, you're going to discover what the normal discount is. And whatever that discount is, you want to get more than that. Now, in terms of discounts at stores, you're not going to get a discount at a boutique. At an AD, you may. If they don't know you, you're a new customer, it's less likely. If you're in a big city, you're less likely to get a discount. So, shop around, go to a smaller town. If you're on holiday, think about some other areas where you can buy a watch for less. Moving on. Number three, avoid sales tax, VAT, and other excess charges. Now, I don't advocate breaking the law, but sometimes there are ways to avoid that. If you can buy a watch that is not from your city, state, or country, sometimes you can avoid some charges. And like I said, try to get free shipping if buying online. Now, here's an example which I don't recommend, but someone did this. They were on holiday. They ended up buying a watch. They mailed the watch box and paperwork back, and they wore the watch back. I don't recommend that, but I heard of someone doing that. Number four, you can find deals on last year's model. If a certain model is going to be phased out or has just been recently phased out, you can find some additional discounts. I did that, and actually I ended up making money because the previous model became more desirable than the new model. Number 5, keep all original box, papers, tags, links, etc. And this kind of goes along with, keep your watch in good shape. Yes, wear it, but don't abuse it. Number 6, buy pre-owned. If you don't want to buy brand new, fine. You can get excellent resale value if you buy pre-owned. Now, typically a watch is going to depreciate the most in the first 5 years. So if you can buy a watch that's 4 to 5 years old, it's already depreciated to about the maximum it's going to depreciate in the near future, and you can realize a price very close to what you would be selling it for if you were indeed to sell it at a later date. This is particularly true of Rolex. Now, granted, you may not get the most recent model, but if you're okay with that, think about buying a pre-owned watch, which is about 5 years old. Number 7, do your research. Look at eBay sold items. If there's a watch you want to buy, look at the market. Now, you can look at forums or online and you can find out what people are asking for watches, but don't fool yourself. This is merely what they want to get out of it. By looking at eBay sold items, you can see what the thing actually sold for. This gives you a better indication of market value. Now, if there's a watch you like and you cannot find it on eBay, or there is not too many of them, that's a very bad sign. It means there's no demand, there's no market, and thus poor resale value. Number 8, buy a steel sports watch, a Rolex Submariner. Now, if you really care about resale value, I recommend buying a used Rolex Submariner. You really are not going to lose too much money. Now, you may say, Jay, I can't afford a Rolex. That's fine. Other brands which tend to hold resale value better include Oris, Tissot. I've owned both those brands, and I've actually made money on both those watches. That was not my intention, but it happened. Additionally, Seiko has good resale value, relatively speaking. If you want to get into more, let's say, a mid-range watch, you can look at Omega or Tudor, and they have good resale value as long as you do your previous steps up here. So, for example, get the maximum discount, try to find some deals, or buy pre-owned. You can get yourself a nice Omega or Tudor in the pre-owned market, and you are not going to lose too much if you decide to sell at a later date. Anyway, I hope you found these tips useful. Let me know if I've missed any, or if you have any agreements or disagreements with these tips. This is Jay Sykes, hoping you have a nice day. If possible, bye.